What if you planned a dream trip to Pakistan but found out that parts of the country are labeled as unsafe for tourists? Why do travel advisories exist, and what are the real dangers behind them? Pakistan is a country known for its beautiful landscapes, ancient history, and rich culture. Many people want to visit its mountains, deserts, and historical cities. However, some parts of Pakistan are considered dangerous for travelers. This is why many governments, including the United States and the United Kingdom, issue travel warnings for certain areas of the country. These warnings are not meant to scare people, but to protect them. They are based on real risks like terrorism, political violence, crime, and natural disasters. Travel warnings are official messages from governments that explain which countries or regions are risky for travelers. These warnings are based on real information gathered by security agencies, diplomats, and local reports. Their purpose is to help people understand the dangers and avoid unsafe areas. In the case of Pakistan, travel warnings usually focus on several key risks. First, terrorism and militant activity are a major concern in some regions. Second, border conflicts, especially near the border with India and Afghanistan, can create sudden danger. Third, crime and kidnappings can happen in certain cities or remote areas. Fourth, political unrest such as protests and demonstrations may turn violent. Fifth, natural disasters like floods and landslides can occur, especially during the monsoon season. Finally, there are restricted areas where travel is not allowed or requires special permits from the government. These warnings are not meant to scare people, but to keep them safe. Knowing the risks helps travelers make smart decisions and plan their trips carefully. In the next section, we will explain each of these dangers in more detail. One of the biggest reasons for travel warnings in Pakistan is terrorism. Some extremist groups operate in certain regions and carry out attacks against civilians, government buildings, and security forces. These attacks can happen suddenly and without warning. Groups such as the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, TTP, Islamic State, IS, and other militant organizations have been active in parts of Pakistan. They have carried out attacks in public places like markets, hotels, and government offices. And because these attacks are unpredictable, travelers can become targets, even if they are not involved in anything political. Regions that are considered high risk include Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and areas near the Afghanistan border. These areas have seen more militant activity and military operations in the past. This is why many countries advise their citizens to avoid traveling to these regions. Another major reason for travel warnings is the ongoing conflict between Pakistan and India. Both countries claim the region of Kashmir and the border between them, called the Line of Control, LOC, is heavily guarded. Sometimes fighting or shelling happens along the border. These clashes can happen suddenly and cause injuries or death. Because of this risk, travel near the LOC is considered dangerous. Even though the conflict is mostly between the military forces of both countries, civilians can still be affected. Roads may be blocked, or travelers may be caught in crossfire or explosions. Therefore, many governments advise travelers to stay away from border areas unless it's absolutely necessary. Another reason for travel warnings is crime. In some cities and towns, there are risks of theft, robbery, and violence. While many tourists visit Pakistan without any problems, it is important to understand that some areas have higher crime rates. Kidnapping is also a concern in certain regions. This can be for ransom or for political reasons. Travelers who are not careful can become targets. This is why governments advise travelers to avoid traveling alone, especially in remote areas. In large cities like Karachi, Lahore, and Islamabad, travelers should be cautious, especially at night. It is important to avoid isolated areas and not to display expensive items like jewelry, cameras, or cash. Staying in safe, well-known hotels and using trusted transportation can reduce risk. Pakistan often experiences political demonstrations and protests. These events can start peacefully, but they can also turn violent quickly. During protests, roads may be blocked, and there may be clashes between protesters and police. Travelers can get trapped in these situations if they are not careful. Being near a protest can be dangerous because police may use force to control the crowd, and there can be explosions or attacks. Because of this, travel warnings advise travelers to avoid all political gatherings and demonstrations. It is also important to stay updated with local news and avoid areas where protests are expected. Pakistan's geography is very diverse, and this brings natural risks. The country has mountains, rivers, deserts, and coastal areas. Many of these places can be affected by severe weather. During the monsoon season, heavy rains can cause floods and landslides. In northern regions, heavy snowfall and glacial melting can cause sudden floods. Roads can be blocked, and travel can become extremely dangerous. For example, areas like Gilgit-Baltistan and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa are beautiful but prone to landslides and flash floods. If you travel there, you must check weather conditions and be ready for sudden changes. Natural disasters are also dangerous because emergency services may be limited in remote areas. This means help may not arrive quickly in case of accidents. Another reason some parts of Pakistan are off limits is because they are restricted by the government. Certain regions are considered sensitive due to military operations or security reasons. Travelers often need special permits or NOCs, no objection certificates, to enter these areas. Without proper permission, you may be stopped by authorities and turned back. In some cases, traveling to restricted areas can lead to arrest. Examples of restricted regions include some parts of Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and areas near the Afghanistan border. These areas are sensitive due to security concerns and military presence. Health risks are also part of travel warnings. Pakistan has areas where medical facilities are not modern or easily accessible. In remote regions, hospitals may be far away, and emergency care may not be available. Diseases like dengue fever, malaria, and hepatitis can occur in some parts of the country. Travelers are advised to take precautions such as vaccinations, using mosquito repellent, and drinking safe water. Even though some parts of Pakistan come with serious travel warnings, many people still visit the country for tourism, work, or to meet family. Pakistan is a country with beautiful mountains, rich history, and friendly people. The key to traveling safely is to stay informed and follow important safety steps. It is also important not to travel alone in remote or unfamiliar places. If you must go to a new area, travel with a group or hire a trusted guide. Local guides know the area well and can help you avoid dangerous routes and situations. Using secure transportation such as reliable taxis or private drivers can also reduce the risk of theft or harassment. Staying updated with local news and weather reports is also essential. Pakistan's weather can change quickly, especially in the northern mountainous regions where landslides and floods can happen during the rainy season. Knowing the weather forecast can help you avoid dangerous travel conditions. Carry important documents with you and keep copies in a safe place. This includes your passport, visa, travel insurance, and emergency contact information. If you lose your documents, having copies can make the process of replacing them much easier. If possible, register with your embassy or consulate before you travel. Travel warnings are not meant to scare people, but to help them make smart decisions. With careful planning and the right precautions, visiting Pakistan can be safe and rewarding. Always remember, staying informed and being cautious is the best way to travel safely. If you liked this video, please subscribe for more and comment below, would you still visit Pakistan after hearing these facts?